My first TP here. Hey Dax, uh really bad with the emojis, all right? Just give me a second. Mm. All right, okay. So yeah, I'm back. So this is the WLD trade that we took, and we just caught it just before the pump, and it was a very obvious trade. See, that's what I like about ranges and everything is once a range happens and once a breakout happens, it is usually very easy to catch a breakout. And this is what we have been doing this month, and our month have been pretty good. We are up almost 4 hour, and if you follow me from the start, my usual target is 8 to 6 hour, and I'm happy with what I have. Plus, we have this WLD trade. We had a ICP banger trade before that, so I'm pretty happy with the trades that we are doing lately. I think the first zone of rejection we will see on the WLD would be this. This is where you can consider going out of an entire position or taking off 70 to 80%. Once we fill up this level, then I think we should easily be able to reach this. All right. But that's just an estimation. Let's see what happens. But right now, this looks very strong. As soon as we did a breakout of our range, this was my sign after this retest that okay, now we are going higher. All right. And this was not the only confluence, by the way. You might ask me that, hey, like, yeah, you might ask me, but this is not the only confluences. The only major reason I took the WLD long because I was bullish on the Bitcoin and I am still bullish on the Bitcoin. So if you join my streams from from very start, like let's say from 1 month, you are joining my stream consistently, you know that I have been talking about this box have been my life, and I was saying this is where I want to long, this is where I want to long, and this is where I want to long. And when the price came to this level, I am longing from this box, and things are looking good now. The first of all, of course, the initial bounce we have from this box is very good, and this is the first retest of the value area high after a proper breakout. So this is not something that I want to ignore, all right? And if I go on a 1 hour time frame, you also see that we have done a break of we have done a CISD. So this was my sign to look for the longs. When we did a CISD, we did a inverse FEG. We also just did a market structure shift on a 1 hour. So Bitcoin is looking really good, and this just looks good for the higher continuation. At the moment, I do not see any bearish signs, and at the moment, I do not think so. Why it will go lower? Because everything is looking good. We are bouncing from a major long. We have a lower time frame structure. The altcoins are doing well. If it rejects from here, I would be very disappointed, but I do not think so. I do not think so that we should do it. All right. This is just of course, this is me speaking from my experience. Market is very random. Yes, people say it's predictable. Yes, it is to the some extent, but it can do anything. You never know for the certain. We trade the probabilities, and probability of Bitcoin going higher from here is is higher than probability of Bitcoin going lower from here. Hope this made sense. It's all about trading the probabilities, and probability says that we should go higher, and that's why we are in the long. But if it goes lower, let's say we are exploring different probabilities, right? So if it goes lower, it's fine. We will just catch another trade, and we will make our losses back, and we will make profits on that. That is it. That's what all trading is about. I have just told you entire trading in just two words, in just one sentence. All right. So Bitcoin is looking good for higher. I'm targeting the 87K level. This box have been marked on my chart from weeks, if not months. So yeah, this is the level where I want to look for the major shorts, naked point of control. My initial level to look for the short was the 83K. And again, I did not take a shot from here, even though I talked about the 83K, sorry, the 82K shot for uh, months. I did not execute a short. Why? Because we did not had a proper reaction. The Bitcoin was bullish to me. The structure was bullish to me. We were holding above the value area high. I did not take a shot. That's it. That is what trading is all about. You should know when to execute and when to not. And I did not execute it here. And I'm expecting the price to go higher. So this is it for the Bitcoin. Nothing much. Just to summarize in two words, I'm expecting higher. My TP is 83K, then the 87K. All right. Hope that made sense. Let's look at the Solana, even though I don't want to, but let's do it for the sake of, so people are happy. Yeah, this is the shot we took on Solana live on this stream. I hope you guys made good money. And it's doing, I don't know if I took it on the live, but I'm pretty sure I gave it on the live stream, but I don't know if it was here. But yeah, this was a very good trade. When we did a swing failure pattern of this high, I said either Solana will absolutely shit from here, or it will go to this level. There were two crystal clear possibilities. So I was ready to take my chances, and boom, you can see this was a very nice term, because this swing failure pattern was very important, because if we cross past this, then we did not had any major resistance. The path to this box was very clear. So I would have ended up entering in a long if this short failed out. So I had very crystal clear levels. So that's why I executed on this Solana short, and we made really good money. But I think it makes sense to close this Solana short here in the 2 hour. We have tapped the value area low here, so I might be more interested in longs for the short term rather than shorts on the Solana. Shorts on the Solana makes sense. But to be fair, I do not even want to try and trade this price action. Like, look at this range. Bitcoin is making higher highs and Solana is continue to trade in this choppy range. Do you want to take your chances trading this shit asset? I don't. So that's why I don't look at this asset. I will advise you to do the same. Do not trade this asset. My thoughts on the Ethereum remains the same. Good long opportunity. It is indeed. But let's say you have a chart like Bitcoin, which is giving you a clear sign of a long. Then you have a chart like Ethereum, which is also giving you a clear sign of long. But which chart will you choose? You will of course choose Bitcoin because it has more strength than the Bitcoin. This is all it's about. And sorry, you will choose Bitcoin because it have more strength than Ethereum. This is what it's all about. Even though we have a swing failure pattern here, we swept all of this liquidity. The reaction, the overall structure is not just convincing me to go all in long for that. So that's why I'm also avoiding Ethereum. But if you want to have a long exposure, I think this Ethereum long here is very good. It could be very good. Like, you might not make a lot of money, but you might make some money. But I'm not willing to take my chances on Ethereum, because if I am going to lose money, I want to lose money on an asset which I had conviction on. I do not have conviction on Ethereum. That's what it's all about. All right. So yeah, Ethereum, Solana, absolutely shit. Bitcoin, I love it. I'm expecting higher. Tau, I would still like to see the tap of this level, sweep of these lows here, before I move further. That's just my personal preference. I need to update my watch list if I be really honest with you. This is looking absolutely shit. Yeah, Theta. I posted about this chart on my X. I wish you guys follow me there, because this was a very banger thing we caught on the X. When Theta was trading at point 2, I said the Theta would come here and Theta would eject from there. 0.25. It's on my X. I literally made a post about that in a couple hours before. You can check out and see how this worked out beautifully. Let's look at the fat. I'm pretty sure I'm in a fat trade as well on my X. Yeah, I will update about this. This is a very good trade. Again, we caught the fat move. We caught this entire move inside the earn So if you're a PIP premium member, well, good luck. You are making a lot of money with me. We caught this entire move. And then price retested this again, and this retest was just too good to ignore. I'm just sorry, this was too good to ignore. The retest of this entire major range retest. This was a very important retest, and I just did not wanted to fade this out. Plus, this retest aligned beautifully with this trend line retest. So yeah, I'm just sorry. This was a very good trade opportunity. We took it on the X, and we're making good money on that. Let's look at the IO. I just wanna quickly take a look at this and see what's happening. All right. Mm-hmm. Or For IO, this is the box I'm looking in for the potential short. Again, this is not a most clear level like Theta, but this is something, all right? You have this order block here. This is the level I'm most interested in for the shorts on the Theta. So when a price comes to this level, you can have your alerts placed in, and this is where we can look for the short for Theta, all right? So the IO. Let me see. The near, I was looking at the near, the breakout of this parallel channel was just too good to ignore. I was looking to short at this area, the 1.7, 1.8, but the strength was too good and I did not execute. But let's look at what near is doing at the current market price. So give you the proper structure. Give me a second, guys. Yeah. So I still think near have a very long way to go. The only thing that I am looking at is this inverse here. The only thing that I'm looking at is this inverse here. This is where we can do a good rejection. This level should not be ignored. But if this level gets passed through, then you have this $3. But if I be honest, well, you have such a good trend. Do you really want to look for the shorts on this chart and just place the limit and just short this asset? No, you do not want to do that. Like, look at this. You will get a stop. Let's say if you shorted here on this imbalance, you would have got it stopped out. If you shorted on this order block, you would have got it stopped out. If you shorted on this point of control, you would have gotten it stopped out. So why short? All right, you don't need to short. Just ignore this asset. Wait till you see the wait till you see the weakness on the highs of this asset, then look for the short. Now you may ask me, always, why not just long at this, because this is an extremely overextended asset. And if I be honest with you, I don't know how to trade such volatile and uptrendy asset. I just don't know, because I am a trader where the confluence based trader, and when you have such ultra high sensitive uptrend, it is really hard to find multiple confluences. That's why I do not long in such trades. Anyways, let's look at the render. Render is looking interesting to me, honestly. hmm If you want to take your chances, you can look for the render. I mean, of course, the long at the current market price is indeed very late. Your trade would end up looking like something like this. This is an extremely highly risky trade because, of course, we have already done a breakout, but I just do not see any major resistance around these levels. You get what I mean? No major resistance. That's why I would like to short. I would like to long if you get the opportunity, either at the current market price or at some retest. But this is looking very interesting. No major resistance, so I think the way for the render for the up should be very clear. That's just my opinion. Anyways, these are the couple of coins that I wanted to look at. Do you have some specific chart requests? I will only take two, and then let's just wrap this up. We already have our WLE trade doing absolutely banger. We have fat trade doing absolutely banger. So yeah, I'm pretty happy today. Very beautiful trade on the fat. I can look at the hype and Zach. I think I already talked about Zach briefly. These were my nothing to talk about the Zag. This is not the chart I wanna trade. So that's just my if you wanna long, I think this is the good long. Since we have tapped this FEG and the range. So maybe you can continue long the continuation, but I'm not interested in trading this. I think this is not the type of chart that I would like to make money on. So that's just my I'm gonna pass on the Zach. It's just too highly extended. And I think we have coins which haven't moved and we can make enough money on that. And I think the similar cases with the hype. This shit is trading at the all-time high. How can you even trade this? You do not have any prior data telling you what's gonna happen next. I'm pretty sure that's the all-time high, right? You don't know if this is the top because there is nothing to confirm the prior action that this is a top. You cannot long because on you really want to long at the all-time high. That's a new rally Well, market gave you the rally to celebrate the Eid, bro. We made good money on the WLD. So yeah, let's look at the virtual. Mm. Oh yeah, I like this chart. I like how we're holding the uptrend. Mm-hmm. I have mixed feeling about this chart. I don't like how we have such massive resistance around this area. This is the only thing that is, pissing me off. Other than that, I think this could be a good long. But this is not something I would take personally because I don't like, as I said, I don't like these resistances here. These are just a lot of resistances. I don't like. But we are doing a breakout of the value area high. Maybe you wait couple more candles on the 4 hour and then you execute. But overall, virtual is looking good and looking good for the breakout overall. But yeah, anyways, guys, this is it for me. If you guys enjoyed my analysis and if you guys want to see more of my content, make sure to join the premium and enable my alerts. I do this stream every Monday. Make sure you hit the interest button. And then I also do the stream on every Thursday, where we usually follow up on the analysis we do on the Monday. All right. See you guys on the next stream on the Thursday.